What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide. Welcome back to part one of the biggest comic book haul that I've ever fucking had in my life. The store Villains, that's located right next to Heroes. Today was their final day in business, so they had a fill a short box for $25 sale, and I took advantage of that. Last weekend I went and did the same sale, only it was $40. So within the last 2 weekends, I've got two entire short boxes full of comics to add to the collection and go through. I have read a few of them. In particularly, the thing that stood out the most so far was that Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So that is a part of the single issue stack. This right here is a bunch of graphic novels, art books, collected works. So I want to go through this stuff first because I haven't really went through this pile since last weekend in any sort of real way. So we're gonna start it off with the complete collected edition of Zombie War by Eric Talbot and Kevin Eastman. This came out, I don't know when the original came out, but this was re-released around between 2011 2013, I would say 2014 here. But I have this in single issues in the collection somewhere. But I seen this, had to grab it. Amazing artwork in here. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see when it comes to like my Eastman stuff, man. I really love this shit. Eric Talbot, don't know how much of this is him, but regardless, great job, fellas. And there's a pinup in the back that I just think is so fucking awesome. Like right here. Amazing stuff. So that's by Eastman and Talbot. So really cool shit. Move this out of the way here. Next, we've got Shaky Kane's Monster Truck, which is sort of a landscape comic book format. Now, this is really cool. Like, it's sort of like, I think this guy's influenced by Jeff Darrow, at least to some degree. But this is a really cool deal. It's sort of fucking awkward, but I like to show it that way. But anyways, next we've got this one. I just grabbed this because I thought it looked kind of ridiculous. It's sort of described as a post-punk Felix the Cat. So we've got The Land of Nod Treasury. I think I've seen a few other collections of this character, but I love this on the back here. He's like showing him horror comics. Kid's shitting his pants. Give you a taste of the inside of this. Sort of like pretty old school cartoony. Yeah, I'm into it, man. Like I remember there was a time where, like, when I first started getting into collecting comics, like if you had told me like, oh, pick up this black and white comic, like I wouldn't even give it the time of day back then, because I was like I thought that like comics had to be Marvel, like Marvel with the banner at the top. That's what I thought comics were supposed to be. Next we've got Robert Bloch's Yours Truly, Jack the Ripper. So I have yet to read From Hell, but I'm constantly picking up like Jack the Ripper related material. This is by IDW. Pretty cool looking artwork. Speaking of From Hell, I've actually got... Oh, it looks like he's like a vampire in this or something. I got some Eddie Campbell stuff in this pile. This is cool, though. I can't wait to check this out. Yeah, I've been really sort of in my comics zone lately, and just reading and looking at comics and making comics and just drawing and shit. It's good to have such like a new stack of inspiration to look through, you know. This is put up by DC Comics Vertigo, The System by Peter Cooper. Now, I don't know if this guy is the guy, but this looks like to me it kind of reminds me of Spy versus Spy. Like the art of like Spy versus Spy. Here, let me like every page I flip to, it's like a goddamn... There we go. Yeah. This is great. Like, I love this guy smoking a cigar in the car. Cops. Yeah, cool shit, man. So that's Vertigo. I picked this up just because it's got some Corb in it. This is issue 10 of Metal Hurlant from, obviously, not an original like from back in the 70s, but it's definitely 2010s, 2004. So this has King's Crown by Richard Corbin and Jim Alexander with a Corbin cover. Let's take a look at the Corbin in here, actually. Actually, there's some really cool looking artwork in here. I dig this. Where the fuck's Corbin? There he is. Is this the Corbin one? This is very Corbin. I don't think this is just give me a second here. Sorry, guys. Oh, this is the Corbin one. I don't think Corbin's coloring this, though. Maybe he is, I don't know, but it's probably the coolest fucking story in this book, but shit, I keep fucking passing the panel I wanted to show. Look at this. It's fucking like Murphy fucking from RoboCop getting fucked over. Nice, nice. This is something really cool that I've actually been sort of, like, this has been on my radar as of recently. Been watching a lot of Ink Pulp and Jim Mahfood's sketchbook tours, Girl Scout 30th anniversary thing, all that shit. And he talked about this as classic 40 ounce. The collected editions has all the original issues of Girl Scouts and among other things. I think my only complaint about this book would be it's small. Like, it's printed. I wish it was printed like full size. But what can you do? Some cool pinups. Like, all the pinups, like, if you watch like those sketchbook tours he did, they're like all in here, and it's just excellent. Check this shit out, man. Definitely recommend checking out the Ink Pulp and the Jim Mahfood stuff. This shit. Excellent. Next we've got Brooklyn Dreams. This is volume 2 of 4. And I don't know if it's an anthology. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't looked through this in a while, but Brooklyn Dreams. There was a few of these, but I only grabbed one of them. Just because I thought the artwork looked coolest in this. This is almost like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac right there in a way. Cool stuff. Like, this is from the first round where I sort of wasn't prepared. Like, I got a mix of single issues, sets, and these graphic novels, where today I have a full short box of just like this type of stuff, collected stuff. Here we've got Hey Mister, after school special. I dig it. It's dense looking. Like, look at that, like, cityscape panel there. It's pretty dope. Yeah. I was just like, if the art looked good, I put it in the box. Next we've got, this is a collection of Top Shelf. This is a Top Shelf anthology with stories by the likes of Thor Jensen. Or maybe that's the name of the fucking, I don't know. Regardless, this is it's got about, I don't know, 10 or 12 fucking stories or different artists on this. I love these anthologies, man, because you get so much, like, different kind of stuff. Maybe there's closer to like 15, 20 creators on here, but even just like this little tiny, like, oh, well, that's even fucking fantastic. Where is it? That's from Mark Bell. I think Mark Bell is actually local to London, Ontario. Look at this little clown. That's what I wanted to show. Love that. Who did that? Flaming Cow. Next, oh, this is random. This is a strip called Bad Company. Or excuse me, it's called The Lifer. This story is called Bad Company. And it looks like this prisoner is always hanging out with this rat. Now, I don't know if this is like R-rated or not. It is color. I didn't really read any of it. I like the style. I don't have enough of this kind of comics in my collection. So I went ahead and picked this up. I like this chef character here. So there was that one. I think the best part of this is probably actually the cover. And then same with this one. It's the same strip, but the story's called A Rat in My Soup. Which is fucking hilarious. Same deal. Cool looking art. Check it out. And if I check it out and I don't like it, I just donate them to the fucking, like, these cost me next to nothing. Here's like a little mini comic called Lower Region by Alex Robbins. That was a pretty cool little violent looking comic. Can't fucking see what I'm showing. I like that. That's a good cat creature. Love this stuff, man. Yeah, like I said earlier, man, it's such a contrast. Like, back in the day, I would not buy black and white stuff. I was like, no. Oh, here's another copy of that Brooklyn Dreams. I guess I did grab another one. So this is issue 1 of 4. Cool shit. This is pretty much out of my element too, but this is Silent Hill Painted Black. This is by IDW. The reason I picked this up is because I just love the art. Like, the art is crazy. Let's find like a fucked up, some hoary. It's not like that fucking, usual bullshit they do with comics. Wow, that's pretty fucking crazy. Shit. Yeah, I dig that. Another anthology here, Small Press Expo from '98 with Jeff Smith cover. Bone. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. There's trying to see if there's Bob Fingerman, recognize him. Bill Weaver, Jeff Smith, Frank Cho. There's a lot of people on here I don't recognize, but there's a lot of cool art, and that's like how you discover new artists, as far as I'm concerned. So cool to see what was going on with SPX back in '98. All these different styles and excellent stuff. Obviously, some of it's better than others, but really cool. This is a cool book right here. This is called Raw, Boiled, and Cooked, Comics on the Verge. And this is actually Spain Rodriguez back there. I can tell just by that fucking lettering. So inside here we've got Rick Altergott, Pete Begg, Linda Berry, Charles Burns. I'm not naming everybody. But Bill Griffith, Gilbert Hernandez, Jaime Hernandez, Kaz, Peter Cooper, Dave Mazzucchelli, Art Spiegelman, Jim Woodring, Spain, a bunch of other fucking people. But this is just a bunch of, it's a collected sort of like documentary book, whatever you want to call it, coffee table type book. But just showcasing a lot of really cool artists. Fuck yeah. That book, who's put this book out? This is by Last Gasp, curated by Paul Candler. Next we've got Itty Bitty Bunnies, Cavalcade of Contraband. love this art style. It's for much like I remember looking at this and I looked at the back and it said mature readers and I didn't even look on the inside until just now. Okay, yeah. I made the right decision. Like again, my first trip to the villain sale, you know, I was just like, oh, I was just in shock, like in awe, like, oh, I'm gonna fill a short box for $40, blah blah blah. But this time around, I was like, okay, I know what boxes I need to look in, and fuck yeah, excellent stuff. This was, I think, the last thing I threw in, so that'll be the last one I show. Here's one called Rebel by Pepe Moreno, and like I've never heard of this artist before, but it's let me find a really crazy page. Wow, this is insane. Like, look at this. Yeah, this book's put out by IDW. It's got some good back matter. Pretty badass stuff. This isn't the book that I thought it was, though, when I first... I think it's the next one. Or the last one, technically, but... Cool stuff. This looks like it could have came out of heavy metal. I don't have any Dick Tracy, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. This is Dick Tracy, Book 1, Big City Blues. It's not by... who is it? Is it Chester Gold, I want to say? The guy that created Dick Tracy? It's not him, but... Yeah, Chester Gold. This is more of like a real late 80s, early 90s style. Cool looking, though. I like this style. It's almost like a Frank Miller thing going on in a way. Fucking cool shit. Yep. Second last book for this installment, we've got an anthology of dream-inspired comics, Flock of Dreamers. This is put out by Kitchen Sink. So you can see Robert Crumb on there. You can see some other characters. This is got the likes of Jim Woodring, Robert Crumb, Jim Shaw, Alexander Groff, Pat Moriarty. The guy's last name's fucking hard to say. Rick Veitch. There's your Crumb. This is all about like different dream stories. Really dope. Oh man. Oh fuck, this is awesome. But like down here, like when you flick the pages, like this little character flies. It's hilarious. Look at this nice looking stuff here. Excellent. Fuck yeah. And then the final book of this particular video, we've got The Art of Brian Talbot, introduction by Neil Gaiman. This is by NBM Books. This is the one that like blew me away when I seen it. Really like older stuff in the beginning, like when he was a kid, but this is get to the color stuff. Like this kind of shit. Paintings galore. Fucking incredible, man. Bob Dylan and Frank Zappa, I believe. This shit's crazy. Some life drawing. Craziness, man. I love, discovering new artists. Very heavy metal-ish. This guy, more for all I know, has been in fucking... Oh, that's like Aleister Crowley. I think it's Alan Moore, but that's like Aleister Crowley's fucking deal there. Oh fuck, that looks like oh, that looks like, wow. I can't wait to go through. Look at this, is like Bart and fuck. Wow, look at that. Crazy, but like look at Pete fucking Bart and Homer looking crazy, dude. Well, that will conclude issue 1 or volume 1 or the first parter of this insane haul. And I can't wait to get through some of these single issues. So with that being said, leave a 666 in the comments. Adios.